one building speak volumes. Now, we just seen there. Okay. Now you're gonna go read the narrative of this, and all of them fail to tell you what we tell you in meltology. What we tell you when we have boots on the ground, when we go there and we look at these things, we say, what happened here? And however you say that there, I forgive it. It's Polish and it's it's in Poland, and they give you this. Anyway, a friend of mine, he lived there in Poland, so that's why it led me to this, just to show you. Now look, see, you have these archways here. They go down further yet, folks. Okay, now you see down here, right here I'm talking about. Now look at the transitioning of what's going on here. This keeps churning and bubbling. This was all brick once. Okay, this all turned to that. Okay, now you just go down here a little bit more. If that's out of the way, we'll just ice that for a minute, so we'll look. Now look right here. Look at this transitioning. What's going on here? See? Huh? Look at all the major transitioning going on right over here. See it? All right there where I'm showing you. Big time. You know, all in here because of the heat damage. And you will likewise see we push away from here, and you see how it sunk down. Okay, because we say that it all happened from the bottom up. And see, this is how this is laying now. They give you this narrative and a bunch of narratives, and it's goobly gob narratives, because none of them are speaking about this was people moved into it, maybe fixed it up when after the melt, but this is what it looked like after the melt. So the other narratives don't fit my. We'll look a little closer here. So that's just one castle, and in meltology and the red brick community, people have told you there's many people who've shown you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of castles, and they were all pockets of survival after the meltdown. They were on the grid with the technology on there. Now look at that meltification. We're going to come over a little farther here. Now look, terms people have come up with in meltology is rock curtaining. Okay, when the melt was coming up. It's coming up. See that? This is all the melt coming down. See it all? Coming down. The different viscosities of heat against the elements of the brick and the concrete and the tile work and the iron work, and everything just melted in there, you know, coming down, man. Coming up, but that's dripping down. You see what happened as it came up. And you know what's a cool thing? Any castle you go to, you get up, if you look down from Google Earth, and you will see the dendrite lines. You'll see the electrical surge all over this realm. You see these dendrite lines of this massive surge that went everywhere. But just look at that, folks. Look at how this all transitioned on the bottom. That was all block. That was all block, folks. It was all a building that melted. You come further over and more evidence to show you. There's the fence. You know, look at that. Look at that. Pretty awesome. Just one building. Just one castle. Look at that. Is that just too much, man? Look at that. Look at how that, what happened with that. And you'll notice that everywhere. And they'll give you this crazy explanation of what allegedly happened there and this and that. You know? But that's what happened, folks. A meltdown. When this grid melted down, cracked our veil. Look at that, folks. So, they give you this googly gop. This, how many generations? This one don't look like it was salvageable. Nobody moved in there and did nothing. Because it went through melt. Maybe someone got a couple little pockets all, you know, kind of fixed up inside somewhere. But they never did nothing to the outside of this building after the meltdown. Then, look at that, man. Unreal. It melted. That's what happens to these castles. They turn into mountains if they melt enough. All the mountains are melted buildings, folks. That's what we're trying to tell you. Look at that. What do we see right there again? Right there. What do we see, folks? Huh? A red brick. A red brick always sticks around to tell the story. See? Always the survivor to tell the story. Our story. The red brick story. That all the mountains are melted buildings and a group of people have tricked us out of all this. Hid our history. Yes, sir. We're here to tell you, the red brick people. Look at this. They don't build upon stuff like this. This was melted, folks. They didn't fix nothing up on the outside. Can you see? Huh? Just look at that. Look at that, man. Just one building I spent almost 10 minutes showing you a castle, a meltification all over it. Their narrative is baloney. You go look it up yourself. There she is. What we're looking at right now. We can find some other cool spot to look at. We'll put it in studio mode for a minute if she don't start acting crazy. So, like around those windows, perhaps we could look like at that, the transitioning by that window. Now you see it right there where I'm showing you here. Right here. Look at this There's layers of red bricks, and you see how a lot of this stuff, what happens to this stuff, following block lines, it cooks certain ways and so forth, ends up being pebbles and rocks and cobblestone. You know, that's how we get cobblestone, from these red bricks going through a meltification, churning, and you had melted building running down the street and everything. So that's some observation I wanted to point out, all right here, all this transitioning from the meltification. And again, there's that meltification coming down, melting down as the surge went up. and that vibration of that electrical surge made the ground pockets of survivors that are still underground, and when they collapse they cause sinkholes and everything in all different various locations of this realm. If it was part of the waterworks system or a cathedral or a castle or a warehouse or something, just like the Mammoth Caves. They're not caves, it's a melted building, folks. If this would have kept melting, how many caves would it be inside? See? Think, people, think. That's what we want us all to do, is think, and we're trying to get us all to think together. So if we see this all together, we're gonna break them up, man. You know, we're gonna put their back against a brick wall. So there it is. So, another ruined castle. This one in Poland. Ogrodzieniec. Ogrodzieniec. And some more truth. And another castle. Doesn't matter where you go. Poland, Germany, Belgium, Czechoslovakia, London, Scotland. Anywhere you go, this realm was touched by the melt, and there's evidence there, and meltologists will show you that. Show you the evidence. Computer that we're trying to fix hopefully came out alright, folks. We had a couple drop frames, more than I would have liked, so we got some issues still, but we'll work them out. So, this has been Red Brick Bob for another quick jaunt in the Black Mirror, and we looked at a ruined castle in Poland. So if you see this, Marty, wherever you may be, peace to you. Love your neighbor like you love yourself.